हरिः ओम कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं नमोऽस्तु रामाय स लक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यो नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः जयत्यधिबलो रामः लक्ष्मणश्च महाबलः राजा जयति सुग्रीवो राघवेण विपालितः दासोऽहं कौसलेन्द्रस्य रामस्य अक्लिष्टकर्मणः हनुमान् शत्रुसैन्यानां निहन्ता मारुतात्मजः न रावणसहस्रं मे युद्धे प्रतिफलं भवेत् शिलाभिस्तु प्रकरतः पादपैश्च सहस्रशः अर्धयित्वा पुरीं लङ्काम् अभिवाद्य च मैथिलीं समृद्धार्तो गमिष्यामि मिषतां सर्वराक्षसां नमः सभायै. Specifically, I just want to welcome and give my pranams to Kanubhai Patel, our Geeta Behan. After a hiatus, they have rejoined us. Swagatam, Suswagatam. Our Mere Bhagini Ranjini also. It is important to, of course, it goes without saying that regulars like Mili, Sriman Arun Patel, और ये सत्संग का प्रथम पुरुष जित्तू भाई सभी पादारविन्दयोः दासस्य विनम्रतापूर्वकं प्रणामः. Ramayan Art of Living Lectures 43rd week 43. Today's lecture is on art of reasoning and convincing. So how is Rama going to convince? Of course, he convinced his brother. Sitam mamayamma, Sitam mamayamma, Sri Ramudu matandri, Sitam mamayamma, Sri Ramudu matandri, Sitam Mayamma. Tyagaraja sings as if Lakshmana is singing. Sitamma Mayamma. Sita Ma is Meri Ma. Aur Ramchandra Prabhu to Mera Pita. So, Ramam Dasaratham Vidhi Mam Vidhi Janaka Atmaja. Valmiki says as Sumitra saying, yes, Lakshmana, consider Rama is like your father Dasharatha. Sita is none other than me. Mam Vidhi Janakatmaja. So this is what it is. So this is how he is going to. Rama is very, very artful in convincing. First he reasons and then he convinces. So Lakshmana says, hey Ram, you are my brother. You are my father. You are my Prabhu. So Rama says, Pitruvakya Paripalanam Shastra Vihit. So Shastra Vihit, what does Shastra say? Listen to your father. Now you said I am your father, so you have to listen to me. We have seen up to that. Lakshmana grew calm, and for the affectionate magic of Rama's hand would work wonders. For the affectionate magic of Rama's hand would work wonders. So it did work wonder. And beautifully, what is happening so far? Dasaratha was bound by a snake, Pasha, by a rope. That rope is called Satya. And Rama uses his going to Vanacharanam. Going to the forest is as if he is using his arrows. Arrow moves, Rama also moves. So he is going to cut the rope which is tied to Dasaratha, that bandhan to Ram Vanajane mein todta hai. So beautifully there is a Kavi, very special Kavi from Kashmir Desh, 11th century, if my memory serves me correctly. His name was Kshemendra. So क्षेमेंद्र नाम एक कवि था कश्मीर देश में, संस्कृत में इतना बड़ा ज्ञान है, वो लिखता है क्या, पूर्व कथा को 2 लाइन में वो समाप्त करता है। यह सत्यपाशग्रस्तितस्य मुक्तैः पितुः गिरा निर्जन संश्रयाय ययावरण्यं सह लक्ष्मणेन भ्राता समानव्रतया च पत्न्या। ब्यूटीफुल। क्षेमेंद्र says this. ये रामायण का इतना है, वी डोंट नो हाउ मेनी कवीज। वाल्मीकि प्रारंभ करता है मधुमय फणितीनां मार्गदर्शी महर्षि। कालिदास says from Valmiki to Kamban to Giridharadas to Kirtibas to Bhavabhuti. Then people like this, Kamban and Edutachan, and more importantly, if you keep studying Ramayan, boy, how much grantha you get. This Kavi, Kshemendra, long time back I have read, and it gave me opportunity to dig those grantha of Kshemendra, Kashmir Desh ka Kavi. He says, Yaha Satya Pasha Gratitasthya. Dasaratha was bound by a pasha, by a rope called Satya. And when Rama agreed to go by the words of his father, father was relieved of the debt he has to give to his Satya Pramana. Beautiful. So Dasaratha was bound by this Satya Pasha Gratita. Dasaratha. Yaha Satya Pasha Gratitasya Mukyai. When Rama said, Rama is very known for putting arrows. So he put an arrow saying that, don't worry ma, I am going to forest. So he is going to walk. He is going to do the chalana as if the arrow is moving. Look at how this Kavi says. Everybody uses their own poetic skill, uses their own philosophical strength, uses their own bhava, emotion to describe Ramayan. One life is not enough to study Ramayan. Yaha Satya Pasha Gratitasya Muktai. Can you believe? If he had not written, we would not able to understand this concept that Dasaratha was bound by a rope which is nothing but Satya. Once Rama said he is going to forest, he relieved his father of the debt he has so far not paid to his Satya Vachana. Yaha Satya Pasha Gratitasya Muktaihi Piturgira. Beauty. Gira mane words. Piturgira Nirjana Samsrayaya Yaya Varanyam. Not only he went, Saha Lakshmanena Bhrata Lakshmanena Saha, and not only equally good Patni. Samana Vrataya cha Patnya Dharma Patnya. Beautiful. So, there are so many granthas he has written, Rama Manjari, on all those things. So, this is the Purva Katha. So, Rama is trying to relieve Dasaratha of a burden. Vijimbre bhashpam parisantvacha sakriti sa lakshmanam raghava vamshavardhanaha vaha cha pitre vachane vyavastitam nibodamam yeshahi saumya satpata. Saumya, saumitre. Please understand, nibodamam yeshahi saumya satpata. This is the satpata. Following the words of father is satpata. How beautiful it is. So, he had convinced. So, when Rama said, hey Lakshmana, only now you said I am your father. So, Pitruvakya Paripalanameva, ye Saumya, ye child, ye beloved brother, ye Saumitre. Understand this. Now you said that you consider me as your father, so listen to your father. This is the Satpata. Tam samikshatu avahitam pituhu nirdesha palane Kausalya bhashpa samurdha vacho dharmishtam abhravit. Beautiful. So many dharma sastras we will say. Now he had convinced Lakshmana. Now how is he going to convince his Mata? Mata is affectionate, vatsalyaka, bhandar. Tam samikshatu avahitam pituhu avahitam. He is not going to waver from the words he had given to his father. Tam, he looks Rama as a mother. On next episode, we will see one of the greatest thing in Ramayan is a great, grand blessing by a great Mata. One should not miss the blessings of Kausalya Mata. That Sarga itself, Valmiki pours his heart on how if Gita Bahan should bless her granddaughter, who is a star, right? So that is it. So Kausalya Mata does it. Dharmastvam abhirakshatu raghava sardhula yam palayasi dharmastvam dhrityena niyamena cha raghava sardhula dharmastvam abhirakshatu. One sloka enough. So she is seeing Vatsalya say, Tam samikshatu avahitam pituhu nirdesha palane Kausalya bhashpa samurdha vachoho dharmish. She is trying to say the things which she finds righteous, which she finds dharmic. Dharmishtam abravit adrushta dhukkoho dharmatma sarvabhuta priyam vada. Hey Rama, you talk sweetly, everybody likes you. What happened? This dukkha, without seeing this dukkha, this some papa or some kritantaha, something fate has fallen upon us. Adrushta dukkha mane fate. Dharmatma, hey Dharmatma, why did this happen to you? 10 slokas. This Mata cries and cries, Vilalapa. Adrushta dukkho dharmatma sarvabhuta priyam vada mayi jata dasharatati katam unchena. Beautiful affection of, hey, he was a 25-year-old yuva. In a Gujarati Avibhakta Kutumba, they marry early and the house is full of grandsons, granddaughters, great-granddaughters. But the grandson and that granddaughter-in-law does not do anything. Right, Dina Ben, Gita Ben and all those people cook. And Jitubai and Kanubai, they go do the shopping, they look into banking and everything is done. All they do is, they enjoy their life. So Kalidasa says, this Rama, you have called Rama, he hasn't even started his family. All 12 years he was only doing the dharmika karma and he doesn't even know what to do, what not to do. Maybe Sita doesn't know how to cook. How can they live with uncha? How can they live with those offerings given by people? Only eka mushti, uncha mane eka mushti. People throw on the ground, they pick it. How can this be? This guy has been brought up like Chakravarti's son. Adrushta dukkho dharmatma sarvabhuta priyam vada mayi jataha das. He has been born to Dasaratha and me. This guy has helped Indra. And I belong to a rich, I inherited so much southern Kausala Desa. Kausalya is from the southern part of Kausala. So mayi jata, that's what Valmiki says. He has been begot, I begot him. Who am I? I am from that ancestry which is very wealthy. Right? Mayi jataha dasaratat. Then Dasara, katam unchena varte. How will he able to survive? Katam unchena varte. How will he be able to live by arms? Uncha vritti. Bolte hai na? वो भजन संप्रदाय में उंच वृत्ति ऐसा कचम उंचेन वर्तयेत यस्य भृत्याः सदासाः छ मृष्टानि अन्नानि भुंजते. What a pity. His servants and his bhritya, his family, extended family. Yasya bhritya cha dasaha cha mrishtani. Mrishtani means swadu. Pancha bhaksha parimana. People have been each day this many. In sweet 10, in savory 10. Annamme itna nana vida anna. So people here, his own servants, dasabhutaha, bhrityaha, relatives and people of the extended family, mrishtani annani bunjate. Look at mother's affection. Katam sa bokshaye, bokshyate natho vane, mula phalani ayam. When all these people are eating like this, how will he able to survive with roots like yam and sweet potato and things like that? And then mula, roots and phalani, just with fruits. Phaka bina, without cooking. That is also one vrata he did. Mostly Rama lived eating without cooked food. Phaka bina. Katam sa bhokshyate nato vane mula palani ayam. Kayetati sraddhateta shrutva kasyavana bhaved bayam. What the act of Dasaratha has made people to worry. Previously they thought that this Dasaratha is not a king. He is one among us. Now this act. Kasyavana bhaved bayam. Why would now people not worry about Dasaratha? Gunavane daitaha ragnyo ragavo. Gunavan. Rama is Gunavan. Rama is a compassionate person, whereas Dasaratha is not. Gunavane daitaha ragavaha ragnyo yad vivasyate. This Raja, how did he have mind to send this Gunavan, this this friendly person, Daitaha, this helpful person to the forest. Noonam tu bhalavan loke kritantaha sarvamadishanne kritantaha. This is the work of this fate. Certainly. Now it has become that this fate has become so powerful. Bhalavan, Noonam, certainly. Noonam tu bhalavan loke kritanta sarvamadisham. This kritantaha, this fate, or this adrushta thing is ruling. Loke Ramaha Abhiramaswam Vanam Yatra Gamishyati. Otherwise, how could this man, Rama, who is Abhirama, who is liked by others, Chamohi Mahabhagum Raghuviram, people, Ramo iti prajanam abhavanikata. People were only telling, I only want to live in the time of Rama. Ramo iti prajanam abhavankata. Rama bhutu jagat bhutu. Rame Rajyam Prashase. When Rama is there, everything becomes Anta Ramamayam. Everything became Ramamayam. So how can it be? Loke Rama Abhiramastvam. You are Rama Abhirama. How can you go to the forest and this man has done it? That means it is not Dasaratha's doing. It is Kritanta's doing. It's fate does. Then Ayam tu mamatma bhavaha. Tava adarshana marutaha vilapa dukkha samido rudita sruhu ahutihi. Beautifully. When you go to forest, my body, aham tu mamatma bhava, ma atma bhava will be blown by the waves, by the heat wave like today. The not seeing you becomes a heat wave that is going to boil me. Vilapa dukkha samido. On top of it, my suffering and my sorrow, vilapa dukkha samid, becomes wood, becomes like a samid. And then my tears, ashruhu, are going to be ajyam. So she is comparing her own life to be like a havan. Ayam tu mamatma bhavaha tava adarshana marutaha vilapa dukkha samido rudita sruhuta hutaha. Ruditaha, Myra crying, Myra ansu is going to be the ajyam. My suffering is going to be samit, is going to be the wood for heaven. And then the fan you do to make the agni, jwala, that is going to be the adarshana. Not seeing you is going to be, she is comparing herself. Chinta bashpa maha dhumaha. And my worry about you is like the smoke that is coming out of this heaven. What is heaven? My arpana, mera body itself, mera atma itself is going to be the heaven, going to be the Vedic man. Agamana chintajaha. You are expecting you is going to drain you. Karshayitva brusham putra nisvasayas sambhava. So this deep breath is going to be like the fan that is fanning this ahuti. Tvaya vihinam higamam shokagni atulo mamam. So I am going to be suffering in the shoka agni which is equal to none. Vihinam, without you, my body is going to be the Vedika, and the agni which is equal to none. Atulo mahan. That agni which is going to burn me, manasik me. It's not literally she is going to be burnt. Manasika bhava, anubhava. Atulo mahan pradakshati yata kakshma chitrabhanu hima atyaye. Beautiful. Can you expect a wood burning well in the Hemanta Rutu, in the cold season? No. But it has become so much that in the Hemanta Rutu, you pluck a wood, kakshma, wood, which even though it is dried, it is not going to be useful because it would have become wet. But imagine that in Hemanta Rutu, himam atyaye kakshma chitrabhanu, sparkling, chitrabhanu means sparkling sun comes and then takes this wood that is being wet in the Hemanta Kal and it is burning. Pradakshyati yata kakshma chitrabhanu himam atyaye katham hi denu. Then ye vatsa, don't you know? You are like a denu. You are like a vatsa. You are like a denu vatsa. You are like the calf. And now I am like a cow. How can cow live without the calf? Hey Rama, katham hi denu swam vatsam gachantam na anugacchati. Vatsam gachantam katham Ma kau na anugachanti. Katam hi denusvam vatsam gachantam na anugachati. Aham tva anugamishyami yatra putra gamishyasi. Beautiful. 9 slokas. So he says, now I have told you my suffering, and this Shoka Agni is burning me. Tapa, Vilalapa. Please understand, I am like a cow running behind the calf. So how can this be? So Anugamishyami. Please take me. I am also going to come. Tata nigatitam matra tat vakyam purushashaba shrutva rama abravit vakyam mataram brushadukitam. Beautiful. So far Rama was dhira. Dhira. Varidi gambhira lokadhara. He was a dhira, he was a sthita prajna. But Matru Vatsalyam melts Rama. Both Kausalya and Rama cry. Rama only cries little bit in the Kishkinda Kanda. But that is to show how he is affectionate to his wife. Now the affection between Mata and Rama sparkles. Tata nigatitam matra tat vakyam purushashaba. Once Kaikeyi told this, Shrutva Rama abravit vakyam brushadarunam brushadukkitam. So Rama was also in a sorrowful state, big sorrowful state. So do mother. Not because he has given up the kingdom, because he cannot see the suffering of Mata. Mata gariyasi mataha sarvasmat jagatopituhu acharya janakatvapi param nasti harim vina. Narayana Panditacharya. We have already seen. Kaikeya vanchitaha raja mahicha aranyamasrite. This Kaikeyi has deceived your father. And when I also go, she assumes that Rama will take great Shastra. We'll see lot of Veda Vakya here. Great Shastra. She understands. She takes it for granted that Rama is going to take her. If I follow you, Kaikeya vanchita tata, your father who has been deceived by Kaikeyi, without me, Bhavatyacha parityaktaha nanuvam vartayishyati. I have gone, so there is nobody to do Shusrusha. And you, when you are Bhavatyacha parityaktaha, if you leave him, na nunam na vartayishyati. It is certain that he is going to die, because he is a sati. So she predicts. Kaikeya vanchitaha raja maicha aranyamasrite. If I go to aranyamasrite, if I take besiege in Aranyam along with you, Bhavatyacha parityaktaha nanunam vartayishyati bhartuhu kila. Then this is what Rama is going to convince lot of Shastra. He says, so 10 slokas is to show the affection between mother and son. Now Rama, then he changes immediately because he is a dhira. Like Kalidasa says, a dhira is one who is not perplexed. Like Rudra. When Rudra was doing the penance, Parvati comes to distract, but Shiva does not get distracted. So those people who are not distracted are called as dhira. Dhira. Varidi gambhira lokadhara. The Sita Mamayama we sang was in Raga Vasanta. This is in Madhyamavati for those connoisseurs of music. So be it. Bhartuhu kila parityago nrishamsaha kevalam striyaha sabhavatya na kartavyo manasapi vigarhita. Manasapi vigarhita. You cannot even leave your husband, even in mindset. You should not even mindset. Manasapi bhavatya kila parityaga. You cannot leave your husband. This is what Dharma Charcha. So, in this present day, you take this Dharma Charcha. We'll say a lot of Smruti because I know there are a lot of connoisseurs here. So, in Rama's time, can you expect a wife to be subservient to an husband? Is it what Dharma says? Sanskrit is beautiful, but down the years people have changed the meaning and all. We'll see this. Bhartuhu khila parityago nrishamsaha kevalam sriya. The function of sriya is to take care of husband. But if you leave your husband, it's not good. Sa bhavatyana kartav. It's not your duty. Can you do that? Yavat jivyati ka kutsa pita me jagatipati. As long as a man is alive, here in this case, Narapati, Dasaratha is alive, Kakutsa mane Dasaratha. Shusrusha kriyatam tavat sahidharma sanatana. This is what it is. Shusrusha kriyatam tavat. You should do service to your husband. It was not the exact expectation in those days. Currently, no. Shusrusha kriyatam tavat. But how आपका पत्नी गीता बगन और आपकी पत्नी दीना और रंजनी सभी, how you are doing today? Ranjani went and gave food to Dr. Anand. So that is a Shusrusha, but that is not subservience. We'll see Shusrusha. So people have been using Shusrusha. Shusrusha means now people take literal meaning is service. It is not. Sanskrit pada mein Shraya, that is known as desiderative. There is a, in literature, if a verb takes the desire form, mumukshu, Shusrusha, bhubukshu. Arun Bhai is now looking at Google. You can look. I learnt it from my father. He is a polyglot, 10 language. So desiderative form is what Valmiki uses. Shusrusha mane Shravya Ichcha iti Shusrusha. The one who likes to listen and makes other to listen. That is Patni. The function of Patni is not to be a subservient. The function of Pati is not to be a subservient. The function of Patni is to be a good listener. Shusrusha mane the Ichcha to listen. Srava Ichcha iti Shusrusha. And that exact, the grammarian form is known as desiderative. The word eat comes in Latin from the desire to eat. The verb takes from the desire. What is mumukshu? Moksham ichchati iti mumukshu. Bhokshum ichchati. Bhoktum ichchati bubukshu. Bu, mo, su, shu. So that is desiderative. So Shusrusha is not service. Shusrusha is listening and give and take. From now on, let us take this. Shusrusha Sravaya Ichchati iti Shusrusha Kriyatam. Hey Mata, you please listen. If father tells dharmic, and if he is not telling dharmic, you make him listen. So give and take. That is known as Shusrusha. Sanskrit is such a madhur. It's Devavani. So Shusrusha, people then twisted. People then said Shusrusha means seva. Then it creates lot of apats. It will create. So what if her husband is not doing anything dharmic? Then she should listen. Then she should instruct him. So, hey Mata, if you think father is not doing anything according to dharma, you are here to instruct him. But in this case, father is not doing anything against dharma. Shusrusha kriyatam tavat sahidharma sanatana. This man is dharmatman. Would he tell something which is against dharma? So Shusrusha, what does Vyasa says? We know Vyasa wrote Mahabharata. We know Vyasa wrote Purana. But he also wrote Smriti. In Kali Yuga, Parasara Smriti is considered to be first. And then next comes his son's Smriti, which is Vyasa Smriti. Nityam swadhyaya shilasyat nityam yagyopavitavan satyavadi jitakroto brahmabhutaya kalpate. Vyasa says, a man who is satyavadi, Rama is satyavadi. If he says something, then the words that come out of Rama's mouth are Brahman. Brahman mane Ved. Ved mane vidajnane. To know, to learn. Nityam swadhyaya shilasyat. Rama practices what he preaches. Vyasa says, Nityam swadhyaya shilasyat nityam yagnopavitavan. Yagnopavitavan is to show that there is a kriya. You are bound to do kriya. It's like your phone that tells you what to do. It's a reminder. So why people put yagnopavita? So many artha, and one artha is a reminder. See, you have a duty to perform. Trikala Sandhyavandan karna, Agni Santan karna, and anything below the khati is Ashuddha. So you have to be very hygiene. All these are indicative of this Yajnopavita, Janudari. Right? Okay. So, Nityam, that's what it is. You should not understand that he is only talking about one sect of people. No, Yajñopavita is an indicator. So, Nityam Yajñopavitavan is Satyavadi Jitakrodo Brahmabhutaya Kalpate. Then comes, why did Rama do this? Mata pitro hite yukto go brahmana hite ratah yajvacha deva bhaktascha brahmaloke mahiyate. First and foremost, you have to take care of your mother. Provided that the mother is not doing anything what Shastra says not to do. So that's what I'm bringing all these references. Samanjasam karta hu. Shusrusha kriyatam tavat sahidharma sanatana. Why did Rama say that? Because there are smritis. Rishi smritis. Mata pitro hite. Your son should take care of Mata's hit. Pita's hit. What is Mata's hit here? To make sure, in this case, Dasaratha sticks to his dharma. What is dharma? The pratham-most dharma is to be Satyavadi. Mata pitro hita yukto go brahmana hite rataha. If Dasaratha rules, Rama knows very well, knows that Bharata is not going to inherit the kingdom, then Ayodhya cannot be without a leader. If there is no leader, then things will not perform. There won't be safety to people. There won't be safety to Pasu Pakshiya. So there again hita. So hey Mata, you be there. Yajvacha deva bhaktascha brahmaloke mahiyate. Those person who are taking care of their mother. So Shruti Smruti Yuditam Dharma Anushtitan Hi Manavaha. People following these Shrutis and Smritis, Yajnavalka Smriti, Parasara Smriti, Vasishta Smriti, Bodhayana Smriti, Apastamba Smriti, Ashvalana Smriti, you name anything. Shruti, Smriti, Uditam Dharma, whatever been told in this Shruti or Smriti, Iha Kirtim, they will attain all prosperity. Iha, Ye Janma me, Iha Kirtim Avapnoti Pratyayecha. Uttamam Pratyayecha. In the next birth, they will receive the highest order of salvation. I didn't say, Vyasa says. Shruti Smriti Uditam Dharma Anutishtan hi ma ye manavaha iha kirtim avapnoti pratyayecha uttamam gatihi. So, Mata, let me do the Shusrusha. Pitu Shusrushaya Putra Matru Shusrushaya Tata Satyena cha Mahabhago Siranjiva Abhirakshita. Then Kausalya pacifies. Yes, Rama, you are doing correct. Pitu Shusrushaya Putra Matru Shusrushaya Tata Satyena cha Mahabhago. Hey Mahabhago, hey Parakrama, hey Dharma Parakrama. Chiranjiva, you live long because you are doing what Shastra says. What Shastra says? Jivato Vakya Karanat. For assuming that father and mother are living according to Dharma, in this lifetime, Jivato Vakya Karan, you do what your father and mother says. This is Shastra Vakya. Jivato Vakya Karanat, Vakya Karanat, Pituhu Vakya, Evam Mata. Pituhu Vakya Karanat, whatever your father says, live according to it. Pratyabdham Bhuri Bhojanat. Three things one has to do. One time, Jitubai asked me to come and eat his house, but I just took some sweet and went home. That is Bhuri Bhojanat. He is known to do that, right? Jivato Vakya Karanat. Ranjani forces me to come and eat. One day I'll eat fruit. Jivato Vakya Karanat. Pratyabdham Bhuri Bhojanat. Feed people. Every year. So Shastra thinks people won't have money or mind. So at least let them feed once a year. Jivato Vakya Karanat. Arun Patel would have listened to his father and mother. That's why he is a famous psychiatrist. Jivato Vakya Karanat. Second, Pratyabdham Bhuri. Give enough food to eat. Bhuri Bhojanat. Then go and visit people. Go and visit Tirtha Kshetra. Why do you visit Tirtha Kshetra? In practical sense, if you go to some place, you are giving business. You go from here to Gaya, you are going to stay in some hotel. So you are creating some business there. So that is the actual practical meaning. Of course, the Shastra meaning is you go and take snan in Prayag. Gayayam Pindadanancha. Three things you have to do. So Jivato Vakyakaranat Pratyabdham Bhuri Bhojanat Gayayam Pindadanam Cha Tribihi Putrasya Putrata. So, important point is listen to your father and mother, provided they are Dharmatman. They are Dharmatman. So, I expanded one sentence in Valmiki Ramayana from Vyasa Smruti, Dharma Shastra. Or let's see Veda. So, why you should listen to your mother? Why mother should stick with father and father also should stick with mother? If mother sticks with father, even though if a father is Duratman, Durcheshtwala, the Patni will make him come to some senses. Now we have seen Smriti, we have seen Shastra. We cannot get away without seeing Veda. How many people know this? When we marry, it is only the marriage gets recognized. Even in Indian law, only if you do Saptapati, if it is according to Hindu Marriage Act. You take 7 steps, asking Vishnu to be behind and Agni to be before you. So there are only 2 Pratyaksha Devata in Vedic kal mein. Rama, Krishna and all Pauranik Devatas. In Vedic kal mein there are only 2 Pratyaksha Devata. Agnihi Avamo Devata. Apo Vai Sarva Devata. So you see water, you see Agni. They have given so much reference to water. It says, you cannot urinate in a running water. I am not telling. Veda says. If time permits, we will discuss Vedas on separate classes. Vedas and art of living. And then, when I marry, so that is why they are keeping 2 things. In any ritual, whether it is Mangala or Apara, these 2 devatas will be invoked. Agni and Varuna. Parjanya devata, water. So, you are keeping the Kumbha, Udaka Kumbha as a Sakshi and Agni as a Sakshi, and the marriage becomes proven if you do Saptabati. In that it says, I said Shusrusha. The Shusrusha means husband and wife should be like friends. If that is the case, there won't be any divorce. Veda says, but nobody practices. So, hey Patni, it doesn't say Patni, hey Sakhi. This man says her to be Sakhi. Milli's husband calls her Sakhi. Millie calls her Saka. So, let's live a life for the benefit of others. Ekam ishe Vishnutvan vetu anvetu. Let Vishnu come and protect us from the behind. With that protection, let us take one step in our life. Ekam ishe for the sustenance. Isha mane arrow. For the sustenance, for the living. Ekam, let's take this first step with Agni as Sakshi and Vishnu to be a supporter. Ekam ishe Vishnutvan vetu dve urje. When we live like that, let's give nourishment to others. Urja mane nourishment. Dve urje Vishnutvan vetu Trinivrataya. Let's do all the sastric karma. Vrata. Trinivrataya Vishnutvan vetu Chatvari Mayo Bhava. For Mangala, for the Loka Kalyana, let us take the 4th step. Chatvari Mayo Bhavaya Vishnutvan vetu Panchapashubhya. Let us take care of the environment. Panchapashubhya Vishnutvan vetu Shadrayas Poshaya. Then 6th step, let's make money. Rayas Posham mane money. Why? For dharmic things. Because it says Pratyabdam Bhuri Bhojanat. When you have to feed people, you should need vitti, money, green dollar. So, Shadrayas Poshaya Vishnutvan vetu Sapta Saptobhyo Hotrabhyo Vishnutvan vetu. Let's take the final 7 steps. Sakhaya. Let us be friends. Sapta Sappada Bhabuva. Let's be friends. Let's listen to each other. Shusrushaya kriyatam tavati sahidharmasana. Why should you listen to your mother and father? 8 by 5, that's what uterus size. That 8 by 5 in 10 months holds about 3.3 to 3.2 kilogram of a baby. Imagine that much pain mother goes through. Am I right? if my physiology was correct, anatomy was correct, 8 by 5 uterus size. He expands in 10 months and gives to this beautiful baby. It's all due to act of few minutes. Vedas beautifully says, Yenaschakara yat pita yanmayi mata garbhe sati. That is the living God. Yanmayi mata garbhe sati. That is because of an act of my father. Yenaschakara yat pita. Why this act has been performed? This act is being performed for ages, for dharma. अस्मत् कुल वर्धताम. किसके लिए? धर्म रक्षणा के लिए. यन्मयि माता गर्भे सती येनश्चकार यत् पिता अग्निर्मा तस्मादेन सह. So that act, hey Agni, hey Vishnu, please forgive that act, because the output of that act is going to be good. Agnirma tasmad yena mane papa. Don't think it's a papa. Agni, you forgive. Why I'm coming is this Shusrusha word. I'm bringing a lot of connections. Yadapi pesha mataram pitaram. I told you why Mata's word come first. Because imagine, hey Agni, when I was a young baby, how many times I would have doing stanyaban. I would have hindered my mother. Yadapi pesha mataram pitaram. Hey Agni, that mother has carried me for 10 months. And then, even after 10 months, I have not left her free. How many times I had beaten her? How many times that mother would have cried that she didn't have that milk for that day? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Veda says, how many people read Veda like that? That is the reason, Matru Devo Bhava. Nobody does sacrifice like mother. Yada pipesha mataram pitaram putraf pramudito dayan. Then, when my father is carrying me at 8 months, 9 months, how many times I would have beaten his chest? When I became an adolescent, when I became a yuva, how many times I would have tortured him? Putraha pramudito dhayan ahigum soitau pitarau mayatat. I would have given disturbance. Higumsi. I would have disturbed him. Tadagne anruno bhavami. My first duty, this is what it is, Rama did. Now, my first duty is to make sure my father is not a liar. Tadagne andruno bhavami. My father should not have any debt. If Rama usurped the kingdom from Dasaratha, Dasaratha would be with the debt that he could not keep his word. Veda forbids that. Tadagne andruno bhavami yadantariksham prithivi mutadya yan mataram pitaram va jihigum sima agnirma tasmadena saha. Beautiful. That is the reason. What did I say? Ramayan is nothing but Veda. Veda is nothing but. This is. How many people would have read this Veda? Few. See, I should be grateful to my father. Arya kalate, when I was not having any knowledge, he pulled me. Today I am happy my son learnt Veda from me. So that is good. So that is what keeps us going. So how many times my father would have cried, hey Devata, this guy is not studying today Veda. So, yan mataram pitaram va jihigum sima agnirma tasmadena saha. This one panchadi, 50 words in Veda, Ramayan depicts as a story. I expanded this. Why Pitruvakya Paripalanam is important? Because Tadhagne Andruno Bhavami. Hey Devata, hey Agni, Agni Avamo Devata, hey Pratyaksha Devata, make sure that my father does not have any debt. You cannot die by leaving debt. Your generation should pay for it. That is Shastra. So that is the reason. That is the reason Rama did this. Because he is a dharmik. Evam muktva tu Ramena Kausalya Shubhadarshana Tata iti uvacha Suprita Ramam Aklishtaka. That's what it is. The next line Valmiki says Rama is Aklishtakarina. Once he takes something, he finishes. So he had already given word to Kaikeyi, Ramaha dvirna abhibhashate. I will not go back from my word, so he is going to finish it. So no matter, he convinced his brother, he is going to convince his mother. Eva muktva tu Ramena Kausalya Shubhadarshana Tata iti uvacha Suprita Ramam Aklishtakaarinam Eva muktatu Vachanam Rama Dharma Bhrushamvara. Again and again, Valmiki says Rama is a Dharmatman. It is because of this much Valmiki would have thought. Smruti, Veda, and Veda also multiple places. Bruyahatam abravit vakyam mataram brushadukkitam. Mata was brushadukkitam. Rama was unhappy because Mata is going to fail on her duty. And Mata is unhappy because Rama is going to forest. Maya chaiva bhavatya cha kartavyam vachanam pitu. Mother, your duty is to be dharma patni. You have to help my father in his dharma prakriyas. So, if you do ullangan to father's word, if I do ullangans to father's word, maya chaiva bhavatya cha. Whether I do or you do, maya chaivya bhavatya cha kartavyam vachanam pituhu. Pitu's father's words are kartavyam because we have to make him free of his debt. Raja Bharta Guru Shreshtaha Sarvesham Ishvara Prabhu. Because he is a Dharmatma, Sarvesham, for all of us he is Ishvara Prabhu. Imani tu Maharanye Vihritya Navapanchacha Varshani Paramam Pritaha Stasyami. Just 14 years. Navapanchacha. Then I will come and make you happy. Varshani Paramaprita Stasyami Vachane. Then wait that 14 years. Then I will come and satisfy you. Varshani paramapritastasya vachanetava eva muktva priyam putram bashpapurnanana tada. Rama cried, mother cried. Eva muktva priyam putram. This guy is what Magan tandaikku aatrum kadamai ivan tandai ennotran ennumkol. What I have done to begot this son Rama, Dharmatman, what I have done. Hey Parampita, what blessing you have given me. Valluvar says in Kural. Ivan kol, what have I done to begot this Rama? Eva muktva priyam putram bashpa purnanana tada uacha paramartatu Kausalya. Then Rama understood. Kausalya was saying because of artha, because of dukkha. Putra vatsalya dukkati eva Kausalya vadati. She only says that, then I am good. Asam Rama sapatnim vasum vastum madhyena me kshamam nayamam apika kutsa vanam manyam mrigim tata. As if a deer is running. Please take me, please take me. Yadite ghamane buddhikrita pitrur apekshaya. You have decided to go into forest. Yadite ghamane buddhihi apekshaya. Whatever your father wanted, you are going to do. So take me. Tam tata ruditam. That's Valmiki says. He could not see his mother cry, so Rama cried. Brahma Swarupam cries because mother. That is the reason, even for a sannyasi, if a mother dies, you have to tell him. And he has to come and take snana. And if a mother comes before sannyasi, the sannyasi has to do namaskara. Dandavat pranam karna. Isiliye mata nahi aati. If a mother comes before sannyasi, he has to prostrate dandavat. Whereas in Advaita, they will only do dandavat, only they will put the danda like this. In Vaishnava, we prostrate, we do, because for us it is das bhava. For Advaita, the sannyasi will only do danda pranama. They won't do But when mother comes, because we have seen so much about the importance of mother, right? Tam tata ruditam Rama, Rama cried, ruditam Rama. Rudhanne vachanam abraviti. While crying, he was saying, Jivantya hi striya bharta deivatam mam. Please understand, your duty is to do Shusrusha, not service, to make father live according to dharma. So now we know what is the meaning of Shusrusha. Jivantya hi. As long as father lives, he has to live according to dharma. So without you, he cannot do. So go do it. Dharunaschaapyayam shoko yatainam navinahashyate ragnyo vriddasya satatam hitam chara. Please don't make his life miserable. He is already an old man. Ragnyo vriddasya hitam chara. Do good to him. Please do good to him so that he does it dharma. Vrata upa. Then he says, if you are not helping father and father is not helping mother to do dharma, all the upavasa, all the Vishnu pujanam becomes vyartha. So living well according to dharma is what Valmiki Ramayanam also preaches. Vrata upavasa nirata ya nari paramottama bhartaram nanuvarteta sacha papagatir bhavayat. If she is not instructing, or if she is not telling the husband to live according to dharma, either way, then that life is itself papa. No matter how many Ekadeshi Vrata you do, it is hopeless. Bhartu Shusrushaya nari labate swargamuttamam. We have already seen the word for Shusrusha. So make sure you tell him, he tells you, come to some kind of mutual understanding according to dharma. That is Shusrusha. Bhartuhu Shusrushaya nari. If that is being done, labate swargamuttamam. Apiya nirnamaskara nivritta deva pujana. Then all the namaskara. 1,000 times I said Vishnu Sahasranama. I did all the Atma Pradakshina, everything. Useless. Apiya nirnamaskara nivritta deva pujanati susrusham eva kurvita bhartuhu priyahito rata. That's what it is. Bhartuhu priyahitam. The thing good for husband, the thing good for patni, you got to consult each other. That is susrusha. Yesha dharma puraha. This is the dharma shown in Veda. I have given lot of akara. So, Yesha Dharma, so Valmiki would not have time to elaborate, but we have time, we have elaborated. Yesha Dharma Pura Drishta, where Loke Vede Sruta Smruta. This is why I took this. Valmiki says, these things are said in the Veda, Sruti, Veda mane Sruti, and Smriti. So I gave references from Sruti, Uski Kripa. Otherwise, Veda is such a corpus. So, Yesha Dharma Pura Drishta. It has been shown earlier in the world. Veda Sruta Smritaha. Now you know where these are. Agni Karyeshu cha Sadha Sumanobhischa Devata. Devatas will be happy only there is Patni. Without Dina, whatever he does marjanam, no use. Agni Karyesha Sada Sumano Bischa Devata Pujyate Matkrite Devi Brahmanas Chaiva Sutprata. You do puja to Brahmana, everything. Without Patni, it doesn't matter. You have to ask permission from Patni. Hey Patni, can I give this to him? She says, Apa Upasprishya. The next Sarga, Valmiki says, what Kausalya did. So she has to do the prokshan of water. Otherwise, there is no anumati. Agni karyeshu cha sada sumano bischa devata pujyate matkrite devi brahmanas chaiva suvrata evam kalam pratikshasva ma agamana kanchi. By doing this dharma, helping father, keep waiting for 14 hours. 14 years. Evam kalam pratikshva. You wait. Mama agamana kankshini prapyase paramam kamam. Then you attain your blessing, I will attain my blessing. Prapyase paramam kamam. Mayi pratyagate sati prapyase paramam kamam. Mayi pratyagate mahabhago kritartho charitavrata. Ye charitravan. Then once Rama reasons with all the Shruti and Smriti, then mother got pacified. Previously, he pacified Lakshmana, art of reasoning. Now he reasoned for his mother. Then, Yeva Muktvatu Ramena Baspa Paryakulekshana Kausalya Putra Shokarta Ramam Vachanam Abraviti. Then he says, Pitur Anrunyatam. That's what I understand. Your father should be free of debt. Pituhu Anrunyatam. Runa mane debt. Anruna. Na runa iti anruna. Pituhu Anrunatam. Praptaye tvayi lapyase paramam sukam. Hey Mata, by making father free of debt, you will be happy, you will get paramasukha. I will also get paramasukha because that is the duty of a son. Pituhu anrunyatam prapte tvayi lapyase paramam sukam. Kritantasya gatif putra durvibhavya sadabhavi yatsvaha sandochayati. I understand. Everything happens because of something. Without any control, these things are happening, but everything will end good. Gachetam, gachedanini, gacheti, idanim mahabhaho. Then mother blesses. Gachetan, gacheti, idanim mahabhaho. Chemena punaraye, boy, come back safely. Gacheti, idanim, from here. Mahabhago. Here not only is valor, it's dharma bhav. Gaccheti idani mahabaho kshemena punaragata nandayishyasi maam put nandayishyasi. Nunam nandati te mata. I will be happy. Imagine that garbha. Mata garbhe sati. That mata's garbha will be milked. Nandayishyasi maam putra samnaha. Then you come and call, hey ma. When you call ma after 14 years, samna vakyena charuna. Charuna mane madhur, sweet. I know how you call me. That is what I am waiting. This garbha is waiting. Nandayishyasi maam putra samna vakyena charuna. Api idanim sakalaha syate vanate pratyagatam punaha yatvam putraka pashyayam jataha. But you know, I am Mata. I wish that 14 years are over and I am now seeing with Jata, Darin. That means you have finished your 14 years. Maybe that will happen. It doesn't happen. Api idanim sakalaha syate vanate pratyagamam punaha yatvam putraka. Putraka mane affectionate word of putra, putraka. So affectionate saying. Pashyemam jatavalka dharinam tatahi ramam vanavasa nishchitam. Then everything became clear. Vanavasa nishchitam. It has become clear that Rama is going to go Vanavasa. Then that Mata, Kausalya Mata, is going to bless Rama. That Sarga, after Janmashtami, we will see one has to do Kantastam. Hey Dharma, Raghava Sardhula, Dharmastvam Abhirakshatu. What a beautiful phrase. Tatahi Ramam Vanavasa Nishchitam Dadarsha Devi Paramena Chetasa Uvacha Ramam Subalakshanam Vacho Babu Vacha Swatyayana Abhikankshati. So she is going to wait. It has become clear. He has convinced Lakshmana. He had convinced Mata by reasoning, giving doctrines as explained, as given in Shruti and Smruti. Tatahi Ramam Vanavasa Nishchitam Dadarsha Devi Paramena Chetasa. The mother is seeing so affectionately Rama. Rama is seeing affectionately Uvacha Rama Subalakshanam. Because he is following Dharma, his face is glowing. Subalakshanam. Alagalalata Gagana Aran Muni Etu Pongano. That beautiful hair, Pasha. Alagalalata Subalakshana Rama Babuvacha Swatyayana Abhikankshini. So this Mata is going to Abhikankshini, Swatyayana, return. So now it is the time for Kausalya Mata to expect Rama to come back because she could not convince him not going. So she is going to. So Valmiki finishes in a dramatic way that he is going to come back, and Kamban beautifully says, if Kausalya has said Rama not to go, then he would have made Dasaratha a liar. And if Rama doesn't go, he would not kept the word of his father. Povadu Oriyan Endral Pudalvan Tannai Kanavan Savadu Oriyan. If Rama goes, father is going to die. If Rama usurps, father is going to die because he has not kept his word. Either way, this Dasaratha is going to go away. But the good thing what Rama did Satya Paripalana. Povadu Oriyan Endral Pudalvan Tannai Kanavan Savadu Oriyan Enne Ullam Tallutrayo. What a pity. I am held like an ant. I am not able to decide, but that is the fate. So it is a pity. Ullam Tallutrayo. She was weeping. Kavai Ennal Magavanai. So be protective. That's what she is going to bless. Every Kavi has poured his heart. His Kanavan Pugarikku Arival. But at the end of the day, my husband should live up to his word. Kanavan Pugarikku Arival. Aha, we are Kausalai. Amannamyan Uttano. That lady is a pious lady. Aha, alas. What a pious lady. She is withstanding this. Her husband is going to die. She is going to be living at the behest of Kaikeyi. Rama is going to go away. Nobody knows what is going to happen to Rama. Imagine that gentleman, that Purusha has suffered so much. Pavamana Sudurpatu Padara Vindamulaku Ninama Rupamulaku Nitya Jaya Mangalam Mangalam Kausalendraya Maganiya Gunabdaye Chakravarti Tanu Jaya Sarva Bhaumaya Mangalam Mangalani